So, Can Life Prevail by Pentti Linkola. So, Pentti Linkola, he was born in Finland in 1932. So he's about 86 years old now. And his father was a professor at the University of Helsinki, and so was his maternal grandfather. His maternal grandfather was also a member of the Finnish parliament. So Pentti Linkola comes from kind of a high society, upper class background. Pentti Linkola was himself a student of zoology at the University of Helsinki, but he left his studies to be more of a out on the field biologist. He's been I think he's been very interested in birds, for example, bird life. He's written a few books on birds. And he's spent the most of his adult life as a fisherman, catching fish in lakes in Finland, the land of 1,000 lakes, and selling these fish, traveling around by horse and bicycle, I think, selling fish. And he's lived in a house in the countryside with no electricity or running water, from what I understand. So he has, as an adult, he has lived a simple life. I think he has been married and that he has adult children, but I would guess he has spent a lot of his life as a loner. And from what I understand, he's quite a famous or well-known person in Finland, like sometimes appearing on television. And I think he's known partly because of his simple lifestyle or practicing what he preaches. Also for his work on conserving old Finnish forest, for example, like nature conservation stuff, and also for writing books about his political ideas. And according to Pentti Linkola, the human species is but one species on the planet among other species of animals and plants, and humans have become too many, too plentiful, and have attained like a material lifestyle that is too, I don't know what to call it, but too extravagant maybe. We live in luxury, and we're wasting the planet's natural resources, and therefore killing much of the life on this planet, and eventually ourselves. Environmental degradation, climate change, ending of natural resources. And he has some ideas on how to solve this, and it's reducing the number of people by any means necessary, and also reducing the material living standards. So it's a book that can be read by people who are environmentalists on the left or on the right, or people who aren't environmentalists but want another perspective, a radical perspective. This book, it has about 200 pages. A lot of it is Pentti Linkola writing about nature in Finland or the environmental debate in Finland, and then a smaller part, the last part of this book, are about his political ideas. He's been called many things, Pentti Linkola, like deep ecologist. I guess that's the thing about human species just being one species among others, and that we should adapt ourselves to, well, for the sake of other species. And eco-fascist, he doesn't care much for democracy. His opinion is that people in a democracy, people will only choose and vote for what is good for them or what is comfortable for them, not what is good for the planet or the human race at large, the human race as a part of other life on this planet. So I guess what he's saying is that dictatorship would be better for all life on this planet. People in general can't be trusted. What else? Some people see him as a very dangerous person. Personally, I see him more as a grumpy old man, and he definitely is my favorite grumpy old man. He says very radical things. I'm not sure if he's honest, if he's expressing his honest opinions, or if he wants to provoke, if he wants to make people think and take a stand. But anyways, I like him. I like what he's saying. It's entertaining and thought-provoking, and he has a point. I must say, he has a point. Just like the Unabomber Ted Kaczynski, Pentti Linkola, I see them both as radical environmentalists, though they might have, many different opinions. But they are criticizing modern high technological civilization, and are in favor of something else, a more primitive lifestyle, a more simple, more local communities. You would have to read the book to find out for yourself, but it's well worth a read. I guess it's been published a lot in his native language, Finnish. He's been translated to English, and that's good for me, who can read English but not Finnish. Unfortunately, he has not been translated to Swedish. Sweden and Finland are neighboring countries. Finland was a part of Sweden for many hundred, I think 700 years. But I guess he's too radical, too uncomfortable for Swedes in general, maybe. I don't know. I read him, and I don't think I took any harm from reading him. He's one, he's a thinker among others. Well worth a read. The biggest controversy I know about Pentti Linkola is that, I don't know what year, maybe 2005, 2010, somewhere, this young boy, a school shooter, there was a school shooting in Finland where a boy killed some of his schoolmates and himself, and this boy claimed to have been inspired by the ideas of Pentti Linkola, and including wearing a t-shirt saying humanity is overrated. maybe not so far from this message, but I'm not a school shooter, and you don't have to take every t-shirt so seriously all the time. Well, Pentti Linkola, someone to read and someone to read about.